You're live.
Hello, everybody. I am Chelsey Mendoza, or if you're like, who the heck is that? I am also known by Chelsey Romano. So, hello, I'm your speaker tonight. Oh my gosh, my heart's beating after chasing the dog. Okay, so I've been a Beachbody coach for 3 years now, and I just want to give a little back info. I have been able to do a lot with my business. I lost 71 pounds, as you guys saw my transformation picture when everybody posted it for the call. I've been able to lose 71 pounds and just grow a really awesome business through this all. And I love coaching so much, and I love meeting people and talking to people. And I'm super glad that I can share with you guys what's working for me right now. Okay, so just diving on into it. What's working for me is that first, for my whole journey, what's going to work for you is diving into your own journey. Like for me, always focusing on my own nutrition and my own results, my own journey. Like I think a lot of the times as coaches, we can get caught up in helping others and not pouring into ourselves. And then we kind of lose sight of ourselves, and we're not doing our workouts, and we're eating bad. And, so for me, I've always noticed that my business is doing its absolute best when I'm focusing on my own journey. And that's like nutrition, workouts, everything. So my biggest advice would be if you're not right now, find a program and stick to it, like start to finish, because I'm not going to lie, like my first year, I was a bullshit coach. I would say, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm working out. And I wouldn't be doing programs from start to finish. And then I would always wonder why, I would hit Success Club, but I could never hit SC10, or I couldn't hit SC20, or I couldn't go past SC6. And it was really ticking me off, So once I started committing to programs, it literally changed my entire business. I stopped being fake, and I stopped putting on a front, and I really shared my journey and started doing programs from start to finish. And oh my gosh, total difference. People are like, what are you doing? I need to know everything. So first and foremost, what's working for me is sharing my results, sharing the results of my clients, my challengers. Always share transformation pictures and what's going right in your challenger groups, 100%. So second for me, that's working is polls. I have turned into a poll queen. I have seen so much success from doing polls. And so an example of one of my polls would be I will do a story, my old self, and then I know what it's like to struggle and eat in private. I know what it's like to put shea butter on your stretch marks and just accept that you're never going to lose the weight. I know what it's like to always wear black. And then I'll do 4 slides of that. And then I will be I'll say something to the effect of does this relate to you at all? And then it will be the poll will say, yes. And then it's the monkey or something. And then the other one's I'd like to not admit that. Or it's something yes. And then the other one's I'm scared to say, but yeah, I always don't let people say no, my polls. So the thing is, I'll always make them say yes, but you want to say it in 2 different ways so that they think that there's 2 different options, but really you're just going to reach out to them anyways. So I do it. And the thing is with polls, I don't just do it for my challenge groups. I did it with the or what is it called? Energize. I did it for the Energize launch. I said, I was talking about it in my stories forever, right? And then I was like, all right, who's a fruit punch person? Who's a lemon person? And then I got to message all those people, and I was able to really boost up my volume through that. And it's just been really awesome as far as that goes. So if you're not utilizing polls in your stories, guys, do it. If you're not doing IG stories, do it. Because it's really, really going to change your business. And then obviously when people vote on them, I reach out to those people. Hey girl, I saw you voted on my poll about blah, blah, blah. I'm super excited that you want to get your health and fitness journey started. Do you currently work out? And then I just start the conversation. I don't say, are you on a health and fitness journey too? Because I'm awkward and I don't know where to go with that. So I just ask people, do you currently work out? Most of the time they say no, but I want to start. And then for me, since I started, I ask people 4 staple questions when I'm talking to them. The first one is, do you currently work out? The second one is, what are your eating habits like? My third question I ask is, when it comes to your health and fitness, where do you struggle the most? And then the final question right before I send the price is, what are your ultimate health and fitness goals? So with these 4 questions, I'm able to connect and relate to them. And when people give me their responses, I say, girl, me too. I drink sweets. Oh, girl, I used to drink venti iced caramel macchiatos every single day. Could not live without them. Yeah, so I use polls. I stick to my results. And then a big way, this is a thing that's really been helping me lately, connecting, right? It's like really, for some people, it's really hard. So for me, I'm one of those people. So I have been connecting with people through IG stories. So I go to the people I know I want to connect with, or I know I want to sign up, or I just I'm girl vibing with, if that's a phrase. And I will chat with them through their stories about whatever they're posting. Like today or the other day, there's this girl right now I'm connecting with that I went to high school with, and she moved to Hawaii. I was like, girl, how did you end up in Hawaii? Like, 1, I'm generally curious. Like, 2, it really struck a genuine conversation. So I try to stay away from, oh, I really like your hair. I try to really ask things that I want to know. So connecting through IG stories has really changed my business. Like, yeah, you can comment on someone's post but when you're directly sending them that message from their story that they took the time to put up and do whatever with, I think it means a lot more. So that's been really successful for me. And then my final thing that's been really helping me lately in the what's working category is utilizing all platforms, like all of your social media platforms. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I freaking hate working from Facebook. I hate it so much. It's so inconvenient. There's no quick replies. I'm so lazy. So I hate it, right? I love Instagram. Instagram's life, right? But I was holding myself back. And because I threw some stuff on Facebook, I've been able to sign a few people up when I was depriving myself of that platform. So what I do is I post my normal stuff on my Instagram. Every day I do a little 10 to 15 second workout video, and I'll throw that workout video on my Facebook in my Facebook stories. I never used Facebook stories. I still don't really understand it, but through that, I've caught so much more eyes, so much more people that don't follow me on Instagram, or maybe they don't even have an Instagram. So my biggest advice would be to make sure you're utilizing all your platforms. There's Facebook stories, there's Instagram stories, there's your Instagram feed, there's your Facebook feed. If you use Snapchat, use that. Twitter, whatever you use, make sure you're putting something on your platforms. And maybe Facebook's not your thing. It's not my thing either, but because I got over myself and I went back over to Facebook, I was able to sign 2 people up last week. So that's what's working for me. What's working for you guys?
Chelsey, I had a quick question about Facebook because I'm the same as you. I love Instagram. With Facebook, I do post over there. I copy what I do on Instagram and just paste it over on Facebook. But it's literally all coaches that like my stuff. But I never do stories. So I'm going to start to do that. Do you do the same type of thing that you do on Instagram? Can you see the number of people who or saw your story, and would you reach out to them, or what is the process after you post the story?
So I don't really, yes, actually you can see who views your story, 1. And then also 2, when you go to message someone, it will say so-and-so viewed your story, 2, which also made me think of another point too for you guys. When I message people and invite them, I don't just message people randomly. I only message people online. So if I see that they're active, I'll shoot them over a script because I can see that they're online and I know that they're going to see it. Also, pay attention to the times you're messaging people. Some people work and they're not home till 8 and you're sending them a message at 2 in the afternoon. it's best to just send it when they get off, you know? So I like to pay attention to the times I send messages to, and I only message the people that are active. So I guess to answer your question.
Smart. I never ever thought to think of that. So easy. I like that too about stories, because they're, at least on your feed, they're listed in order of when they most recently posted. So I think that's why people get back to you so quickly there. I don't have any extra tips. Oh, I'll unmute everybody, and then if you have anything that's working, feel free to share.
Thanks, Nash. You fucked up, buddy. You only did your plan for once and things went to shit.
Do you see the question? It says, is there a button to hit to put your Instagram story to your Facebook story?
No, unfortunately. Or maybe I'm wrong, but for me, I haven't been able to share it.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I haven't been able to find it to where you can share your Instagram story directly to your Facebook, because it's kind of weird. You have to hook up to a like page, and I don't have a like page, so I just have it hooked up to some other page. And so you have to just go in there and do the manual labor and just upload it to your stories.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. You can do it directly to either, if you have a normal, like, non-Instagram, you can post it directly to your, like, regular Facebook. If you have a business profile that's connected to a like page, it'll go to your like page. But like Chelsey said, if you don't have a like page, like, it'll create a fake one, but it doesn't really, like, get anywhere. So it probably wouldn't post. But I don't have a business Instagram. I have a like page, but I don't know. I don't ever use that. I just use my personal one, and it transfers over. And sometimes I did previously switch to a like page, and then people were messaging me and being like, are you okay? Like, where are your stories? I'm like, oh, they're over on my like page now. And then I was just getting less viewers, so I unconnected it. So now I just have like a regular Instagram. But I think if you go to like your Instagram and then you swipe over to add a story, there's like the little settings bar. And then you can do, you scroll all the way to the bottom and it says share your story to Facebook. And then you can click it like to turn it on, and then it'll prompt you to like connect it if it's not already connected. Yeah. And it should share either to your business one or your like page, or your personal one, depending on what kind of Instagram account you have.
Hey, if you can figure that out, that would be so bomb.
I know. I was like, wait, I need to know how to do that.
Yeah, because I have a business Instagram. That's why I can't. I think it was
a struggle just because I tried to like go around it to where I would post to my personal Facebook, but still have an Instagram like business page, but I couldn't like match it up. It wasn't working.
So do you have quick replies, Brandy?
What's that?
Do you have the quick replies on Instagram or no?
No, not without the business one.
Oh, okay.
Bro, like, how do you survive?
Copy paste.
I do have a quick tip for everyone that's posting on Instagram and Facebook. Don't click the share. You know how like you post to Instagram and then you can automatically send it to other platforms. Don't do that, because it'll get less visibility on those other platforms. Just copy the text. You already have the picture saved and repost it separately on the different platforms. And you should get more likes and engagement. What else is working? March 18th, who has Success Club points? Almost everyone. Amber, what's working for you? You're the first to raise your hand.
Basically everything Chelsey just said, I was like, yeah, I do that. It does suck posting to both, but I still get people on Facebook. I want to let it go, but I can't. I try. But I mean, if they're gonna engage, I might as well. I'll send connections on Instagram on a post, and I'll just go straight over to Facebook and do the same thing. And then I'll go through my stories on Instagram, and then I'll do the same thing over to Facebook. And it takes longer, but I have more engagement on Instagram, but I'm not to the point where I'm ready to let it go yet, just because there are so many people. And so lately I've been going through, I get the top like A's on my friends list on Facebook only, and just because I can catch Instagram pretty quickly, but there's so many people that I've kind of given up on over on Facebook. And so I'll go through people that I've never talked to before and just say, hey, thanks for the continuous following. I hope you're inspiration. And start conversations that way. And that has really opened up the door, because it immediately opens up to, well, you should think about joining an accountability group. I would love to work with you or whatever. And I've had a lot of conversations like that. So now I'm like, well, now I can't get rid of Facebook. But if they could come out with quick replies, I keep thinking every time there's an update for Facebook, I'm like, this is it. They're going to do the quick replies. And it's just not there for me, but that's okay.
I think there are quick replies on a business page for Facebook, but you can't reach out to anybody from there. Like, they have to interact with you first or something.
Mm-hmm. That's fun. Yeah. But that's really it. I just keep going with both of them, because I figure, why not? If there's people over there, you might as well.
So when you guys decided to switch over to Facebook, did you just start posting your stuff like you did to Instagram? You didn't do like a whole, because I've only been using Instagram, and should I just start posting my little minute workout videos right to my Facebook and just kind of start it off that way? Or did you guys kind of ease into it on Facebook?
I used to work solely. I used to be 90% Facebook and 10% Instagram. So this is kind of like a welcome back, I feel. So how I did it, well, I don't post everything exactly what I do from Instagram to Facebook, because I find that I am really my real authentic self on my Instagram, whereas on my Facebook I have high school teachers and like people that are in my life that I don't really like want to curse around, or like, I can't really be my full self, but I'll share, like, I won't share every single post I'll put on my Instagram on my Facebook, but I'll share the important ones, like the ones talking about coaching, the ones talking about my next fit challenge, the ones like that. But I would really say for you, Faith, because you're my coach, is that you should totally put your workout videos every single day on your feed and in your stories. I post my workout clips to my actual Facebook feed and to my story, because I noticed that, you get different interaction on each one. So I love your workout clips, and totally start there. Ashley, what's working for you?
Me, Ashley?
Yeah.
I feel like a broken record when I say this, but it's really just being consistent with everything and not just one thing. So being consistent in your own journey, for one, being consistent with inviting people, following up with people, and just connecting with people and making sure you're doing those things every day, every other day. But I think that is what is working best for me, is just that consistency.
Oh yeah, actually, Brandy, I just saw that you're beating Raina right now.
Yes.
It's working for you.
I sound like Ashley with the broken record, but just follow-ups. Like, I think that's the last thing I said the last time we did the What's Working call, but follow up like a mad woman. And I bug the hell out of people, because when they tell me they want to do it and then they like ghost me, it's like, well, you're the one who said you want to do it, so let's get you doing it. So I don't know. This has been like a really good week for me, especially. I don't know. And I've also been like offering to anyone who says like money or whatever, I go right to coaching. And that's actually been helping me a lot with getting people started, especially like getting new coaches on my team and stuff. Just showing them that they can like get their shakes paid for, or even start to make an income and stuff like that. So
That actually really inspired me this week, because I know a lot of us used to do, or still do, like the list of names when somebody gets added to your boot camp. Well, I always see Brandy be super consistent on her IG stories about, like, there's a list of 1 through 10. She's always adding people to that. And I just like really look forward to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, who did Brandy add this week? And I think that's really great that you do that.
Yeah, I like doing that too because I feel like it gives like that sense of urgency to people, and I like pushing that onto people as in like I'm only doing 10 people, so if you want to do it this month, you need to like do it now. So I like doing that too. Keep track as well.
I love that. I've tried it, but I'm just so inconsistent. I'll add like 3 people and then just like not, even if I sign more people up, I'll forget to add them. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I forget to sometimes. I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah. So I have a question to drill into the follow-ups because I feel like there's a lot of people that are following up with the same people or just don't know who to follow up with. So who would you say you prioritize your follow-ups and like who are those that are signing up this month?
Honestly, the girls that I signed up this month, a lot of them I've been talking to for a long time. And I've either messaged them a ton and talked to them here and there when they've actually responded. But I don't I don't know if it was with this group of call or maybe it was Raina was talking how like don't give up on people. Maybe it was you, Sam, I don't remember. But they're like, don't give up on people, even like a year or 2 years talking to them. Like, I still follow up with those people. I still follow up with people I started talking to when I first became a coach like 3 years ago that have never really committed. And I feel like just because they're not signing up like right away doesn't mean they won't eventually, even though it's like years have gone by. But I don't know. I keep a good follow-up list. And if they ever did show interest, like at all, I am sure to like consistently follow up with them because at one point they thought they would want to do it. So I just stick to them pretty much. Like my coach, Jamie, she's having a tough time like getting girls to respond to her. And I'm like, just keep messaging them because eventually they will message you back or delete you. And then like if they're still liking your stuff but not responding to you and your messages, but they're still continuing to follow you, they're still interested. It just might not be that right time for them. Like they might be having trouble at home or financially or whatever, but that's why I still follow up with anybody, especially those who are liking my posts. And every time I do a transformation post, I message every person, whether I've talked to them before or not, thanking them and asking them if they're interested in learning more, which I get a lot from that as well. I'm just keeping tabs on who likes my stuff and reaching out to them because if they're liking your stuff, then they must be interested in what you're doing.
I think for the people that like, this is something I find that works for me really well. If somebody's just ghosting me like 8 messages in a row when I'm just typing stuff to them, I completely change my approach. Like I'll send them the most upbeat freaking video you've ever seen in your life. Just like, oh my gosh, what's up? How are you doing? Like talking to them like they didn't just ignore my last 9 messages. Like, and I ask them just if now's a better time and how they're doing. So I like to like drastically change like a video or a voice message and just play so stupid. And then a lot of the times they'll be like, oh crap, this girl's not like a weird person or something. So that's what I tell my coaches sometimes. I don't know if that will help any of you guys.
Yeah,
I like that Sam, I like that Sam showed her screenshot of that the other day in the group because it's just a constant reminder that it's okay to keep following up with people, especially through like Instagram Messenger, that can just block you, if they don't want you to keep showing up. So seeing that was helpful. So thank you. I just did a post too that I was nervous about because it was so obvious of what I was talking about. It was the portion control containers, and it's actually getting a good response. I wasn't sure, I should say, if it was going to get much, but I've gotten a few on Instagram already that I'm having conversations with of people that have used them in the past, but stopped. So now I'm talking about the ultimate portion fix. So you can check that out, change it up a little bit so it doesn't look spammy, if you do end up using the idea, so it doesn't look like we're all doing the same thing, because that just gives everybody a bad image, I think, if we're all posting the same stuff. But the idea is yours for the taking if you want to use it.
Thanks, Mallory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stalking it right now.
Hey, I honestly just missed that whole thing. My Wi-Fi like kicked out on me. Can someone just give me a brief summary of what she just said?
I did a post for the Ultimate Portion Fix that is getting a decent response, and I have some conversations going already. So you can check it out, and if you use it, just change it up a little bit so it doesn't seem spammy from all Beachbody coaches, the same thing going out there.
Oh yeah, I think I actually might have seen that earlier today. Okay.
I have another thing, guys. So I tell my coaches to invite like a psycho. So what I mean, I think a lot of the times, like just in your heart, you want, when you send out invites and somebody responds, you want to immediately respond to them. But I tell my coaches, no, don't do it. Like you have to, like I tell them in your heart, like set a number that you want to send out. I'm not going to tell you a number because that's up to you. Send out invites until you just can't anymore. You know, invite like crazy, like your life depended on it. And while you're sending them out, send the same script or whatever you're sending out. Say it's 70 people, right? Don't respond to any of those 70 until you've sent the 70 out, because a lot of the times you'll stop and then you'll go back to person 3 and then you won't even get 10 invites out because you're having conversations with all these people. So get those 70 out, and then once they're all out, go crazy. Have whatever you want to talk about. Nicole Maston, what's working for you, you little gem?
I'm gonna mute myself.
Put me on the spot. Well, let's see. So I think since I started incorporating it's pretty basic, but the corporate success club tracker, that's helped me stay on track. I've had like so many inconsistent moments in my business, and obviously like Ashley said, when you're consistent, you know, everything works. So it's nice to kind of have that checklist and just go through that. So I've been doing that a lot, and just really staying on top of my tracking. I use Asana for tracking, and I feel like there were times where I would kind of like let the due dates go, and then I'd be like, oh crap, it's the last of the month and I need to hit Success Club. Let me get back through this. Whereas now, where I'm staying on top of my tracking and actually doing the follow-ups and doing the work that I've set before myself, that's helped me a lot. But yeah, that the Success Club, I guess, what is it called? Like the tracker, the BAT, that's what it is, the business activity tracker. That has been like gold for me. So
I love your voice. Every time she talks, I just like, don't ever stop talking. And then she doesn't ever stop talking either.
Hey, I do.
I love you.
That's why I keep myself muted. I just sit here.
I know, it's so weird to see you muted because you're like such a talker. I'm like, why is she so quiet? This is a lie. Deed, what about you, girlfriend?
What up? So I have had more people say no to me this month than ever in my whole life. So my tip is to expand like a psycho and never stop talking to all the people. Because I think that there was a point in my business when I was like really doing well with my warm market on Facebook, and that was like great, but I wasn't expanding my network every single day. And that caught up to me, and I think it's catching up to me now-ish. So I've been like expanding all the time, and people are responding, and I'm connecting with them, and they're interested. So I think for me right now is just getting that conversation flow back by expanding and connecting with people I want to hang out with. Yep.
I feel that actually. Like, I've gotten so many no's this month, where I'm like, damn, what am I doing different? But it's because I wasn't expanding. Like, you just like get comfortable, you know, and you're like, crap, the one thing I wasn't doing was expanding, and now it's blowing up in my face. So feel that on a spiritual level.
And I'll just kind of add to that, because I too got through a phase where I like just felt like everything's flowing to me and I don't need to add anyone. And then the very next month I'm like, crap, I really should have done that. And I hear a lot of coaches say that they're doing all the following and no one's following them back, and I can relate. And when I find that they follow me back is not it right away. So what I do, my approach is I'll, find a location or an account and go to their likers or whatever. And then I'll follow a whole bunch of people, but I like their posts. So I'll find somebody, make sure they're not a coach and all that stuff, like four pictures, follow, and go back. So there's 5 notifications from me. And they still don't follow me back. But now I'm following them, so they're in my feed, or like Chelsey was talking about earlier, they're in my stories at the top of my, I think it's the homepage on Instagram. And they almost always follow me back when I comment. Again, and like right before this call, I was just scrolling my newsfeed and just commenting on a whole bunch of people's stuff, and then a whole bunch of people followed me back. Because I think then they're like, when there's so many up front or it's just a random follow, they're like, oh, this chick is just, she's going to unfollow me later, So when you don't, and you actually show up in their feed and say, adorable bathing suit, where is that from? Like that connection stuff still works for me really, really well. So that's when I feel like they follow me back. So I guess my overall tip would be, do the expanding, but also pencil into your tracker, like to just scroll as long as you're commenting and, skip past all of the people that are already coaches on your team. I think that's still good, but like prioritize the prospects versus just your mom and dad and all their posts that pop up.
Sweet. Does anybody else have something that's like working for them? You don't have to be shy.
Who else raised their
I
hand?
might have said it last week. I don't remember what call it was, but Sam told me about Grow Social, and that has helped me a ton because I found that I could not grow my followers no matter, well, I shouldn't say no matter what. I wasn't putting a ton of effort in because it seemed like that was like the last thing that I always had on my to-do list. So I was at like 800, and I'd add 10, lose 7, add 5, lose 10. I could never get over that hump. And I signed up for that. And I'm having, I can send out the scripts more easily. I have tons more people watching my stories, like new people. I've had more conversations. I've sent the most emails that I've ever had. Like, I've been coaching 3 years, and when Raina and all the people would say, just have that quick convo and send the email. I'm like, I don't even have the step 1 to get their email. How are you doing this? So this has really helped me expand and be able to at least get information out there. And I think it's like $20 a month, but for me, who's working full time too, I think it's a good investment. I mean, if you get 1 challenge pack out of it a month, you've already earned your money back. So
Grow Social, it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I mean, and I put in like specific criteria. I'd have to go back and look to see what that was. But it's not like the first time. What was the first Instagram thing that got shut down?
Instagrass.
Yes, Instagrass. So I completely filled that out wrong, and all I was getting was like large black men liking my stuff. And I was like, what did I do? This is not what I'm trying to attract, okay? So this one, I was really careful with how I filled it out, very specific. And I think I'm attracting the more appropriate market.
I don't know about you guys, but didn't it put, I don't know, like for me, it really put things into perspective when that shutdown happened with Facebook and like Instagram. I was like, holy shit, I need to ask for people's emails like right off the bat. Cause like that day, I was like, what am I doing? Like I was just sitting there like, you're an idiot. You need to collect emails right off the bat.
And I like that she says it seems more professional, and I agree with that. I don't know.
Yeah, not my favorite day, for sure.
No, me either. I literally joked with my friends. I was like, I'm always on this call with Raina, and she always says get the emails, and I don't know how she did it. But she shut down Facebook and Instagram just to prove her freaking point. Message received.
Serious. I was like, oh, what do I do with my life?
I felt the same way, but I have not gotten an email since then.
Me too.
What? Me
I
too.
took a day off, actually.
Still got to do it.
Yeah.
Coley says the direct message feature is golden. Mallory, did you mention the direct message feature of Grow Social? Or no?
No, I didn't. I don't know if I know what it is.
So on Grow Social, it is an awesome feature. It doesn't cost anything extra. You can ask them to send your new followers a message automatically. So you know how one of the things we do is like we reach out to people who watch our stories, like our stuff, and follow us. So it does the follower messages for you. And so, I mean, you can do any sort of follower message, but Raina's, which is working well for me right now, is thanks so much for the follow. Your support means the world. Are you also striving to reach any fitness or nutrition goals? Because Chelsey, you said it earlier, you don't ask that one question. I'm like, I don't know where to go. Like whatever Raina's last question is, I'm like, but what do you say after that? It just doesn't, it seems weird. So I tweaked it a little bit too, so that it worked for me.
Are you on Health and Fitness Journey too? It's like, what do they say? Yeah. And I'm like, cool. So, hi. Like, I'm so freaking awkward. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I can send it for you. So any of you guys that are busy, I don't use Grow Social anymore, but I also love it. I did use it for a long time. And it starts so many conversations for you. So literally your not only job, but a big part of your job is just to filter on unread and go through all those messages that are already being sent for you.
So obviously a lot of us on this call are seasoned coaches. So I thought I would ask Faith, who is a newer coach, how she hit Success Club 4 already, and she's halfway to Emerald. Like what?
Dylan. So it was all about consistently posting my workouts like you were doing on your Instagram, and people started talking to me like, oh my God, what are you doing? I want in on that. And so there was that. And then now I don't shut up about my workouts in public. Like when I'm at work, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this new workout program and it's awesome. And I love what I'm doing. And a lot of the people that I work with, they're the same age as me, or maybe just slightly older. So they're kind of like, well, yeah, show me what you're doing. I want to see what you got going on. So then I end up showing them my Instagram and stuff like that. And then just talking really passionately about it with my family. I got my mom to join, which is crazy because she hates working out, but she just heard how passionate I was about it. She's like, yeah, I guess I'll give that a shot.
Super awesome. You've like seriously impressed me. Like she was like, yeah, I want to do this coaching thing. And then boom.
Yeah, I was like, call me back in 2 weeks and maybe I'll do it. And then you followed up with me and guess what? I did it. But I'm getting a lot of like ghosting. And how do you guys follow up with the ghosting? I'm like, usually I'll send a message like, hey, I just wanted to know if you got my message or if you were interested at all, but I didn't know if you guys had a better way to follow up with people who are just like completely ignoring you.
I literally just started doing this new thing that Bree Holland suggested. I literally say, are you ghosting me with a little ghost emoji and like laughing? And people respond. They're like, oh crap, she's calling me out. Like I was like, I'm not doing that crap. And then the other day I tried it and all the people were messaging me back. It was so funny.
So I'll definitely try that then.
Anybody else? Like, what do you do when somebody ghosts you? Bernadette does the same. Ash does the same.
I don't do that. I did do it once and it worked. They were like, oh my gosh, no, and tell me more information or something. What I do is I just stick to the follow-ups because they're probably on my follow-up list. So I'll just send the official follow-up. And then my next one will just be like, hey, happy Monday. How was your St. Patrick's Day? And then the official follow-up. And then, hey, saw you posting about your dog. Is he okay? So I do a connection follow-up.
I like that.
what works for me is like the goodbye message kind of thing, or like it's actually helped me get, I think, 3 people this month where I'm like, hey, I know we talked before, it was a bad time, but can you please let me know because I'm saving your spot? Do you want me to save it for you or open up to someone else who's waiting? And I feel like, again, giving them that sense of urgency, they're like, oh crap, I better do it now. So that's helped a few people be like, no, I really want to do it. I get paid tomorrow. Can you please like hold my spot? And I'm like, yeah, hold it. So I think that really works like quite a bit for me. And those are like people who I've messaged at least 5 or more, and they've completely like ignored me, but they're still liking my stuff or whatever. So that's when I give them like that last chance kind of message.
I know the one that Karina has where it's like, hey girl, I've followed up with you a few times. I just wanted to see if you want me to take you off of my follow-up list. You know, I don't want to keep messaging you if you're not interested. And I've used that one before, and that's pretty effective. But I would say not so much for newer coaches. That's for like when you really have been messaging them for a long time. Okay, guys, this has been a really good call. So thanks for coming. I hope you guys all got some good stuff out of this. And I'll see some of you guys this weekend. And I love you guys.
Thanks, Chelsey.
Thanks, Chelsey.
De nada.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.